Hello, family. Thank you once again for joining Empowerment Network with Comfort this evening. And guess who we have in the house? Pastor Paul 360. This is one, I'm not sure who can remember. This is one of the very, very first guests I ever had when we started Empowerment Network. That about 4 years ago, right? Thank you. So why our brother is back here, back to stay anyway. He's been away for quite a while, but we need to go back to the beginning. So in those days when we were presenting the foundership position, he was on a mission. We had a few men on a mission. His mission with his team was to ensure that every family back home, he normally said Nigeria, but I took it, I said, no, it's going to be everywhere back home, depending wherever homeland is for you, making sure he was ensuring that every family in Nigeria gets at least one foundership position. And so we are here to continue the story and continue preaching this good news. So welcome, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister Comfort. I'm happy and glad to be here once again. It's always good to go back to our root most times because, without root, a tree cannot survive out there. Branches,
Sure.
they live and all over. So it's nice to be back home and to continue from where we stopped.
Yeah, sure. I'm so happy. And let's have this chat. And guys, would like you to share your perspective in the comment section. What do you think empowering our communities one family at a time with the opportunity that Ash has given us? My brother, I know you started it. How far did you go with it to make people join us founding members? And how far do you think this journey is going to take you to make sure you empower as many families as you can?
Yeah, thank you. Once again, I am Pastor Paul, 360 degree from Abuja, Nigeria. I believe we don't need much, you don't need much introduction from here. And that question you're asking, because of the dynamics of woman society and the way the individuals think, I can say as long as the opportunity is open, because there are a lot of individuals that we want to see something. What they want to see, what Mr. A wants to see, is different from what Mrs. B wants to see, and so on and so forth. But I will tell you authoritatively that the program, we were very, very successful as at the last time of funding position, both the ending in June 22 and also the transferring window that was on till October. We record a huge success. Today, each time I look at the number of founders coming in, maybe taking some record of one activity of the other, began to see different, all the states in Nigeria seeing founders. Prior to that declaration in 2021, there was nothing like that. We were so scanty. But that determination, that declaration, making it open, at least one family, one founder, and but the joy again is that it's not even at the end of the day, a lot of other countries has to pick up, and then a lot of other people began to adopt that ideology, and it spread like wildfire. We are much,
Exactly.
and now it did not stop in 2022, did not stop with the founding position, because I knew that there are still so much family, like the statistics of over 45,000 families in Nigeria. I believe that though no matter how we press, we might still be less than the 45,000. And even if we are not less than, it's most likely that some families might have more than one currently, and then some other families are still yet to get one. So in view of that, it must be a continued effort. And then
Exactly.
from since September 1 last year, when the opportunity for the affiliate link opened up, we continue, and as a matter of fact, there are some teams across some states. I push them, I let them know that this thing calls for what? For one or even one-on-one preaching, because an important thing that we should not take for granted, looking at so many indices that I am going to be talking about as we continue. The reason why we must do it deliberately, not at our comfort, maybe at our less, at our comfort zone, because it is not going to be forever, just like the way the funding position disappeared. So also
Exactly.
the current affiliate position will also go. So
At
we
some
just
point.
need to do it intentionally and deliberately.
That's so true, bro. I just appreciate that. And guys, if you listen to our brother, you can get the passion in her voice, because I know we've been working together like from the very, very onset. And he's bent on getting this done with his community, with his team. And like he rightly says, we all are on this same mission. Why are we doing this? Why are we so excited about this? Why are we so committed in getting it to the roots? Even those who don't want to get it, we're still very patient to make sure they get there at some point and let the light bulb come on them. The truth is, when we look in our communities, this is common everywhere in the whole world. It might be different in one part of the world and in the other. However, difficulties are real and they are present everywhere. And in some parts of the world, unfortunately, the gap between the haves and the have not is quite wide. The gap between the rich and the poor is extremely wide, so wide that you're like, oh my God, why is this happening? But then why we are so passionate about this, like my brother is saying, is Ash says there is enough wealth on this planet Earth as God blesses us with. And it is so much that everybody can have at least a share. There's so much wealth that everybody can be able to have a share, so that nobody is right at the bottomless pit and the other one is on the top of the mountain. That's why we're working hard. We're going on and on and on and on. We hold hands together. And the good thing here is the team that we have formed, the family that we have formed, the bonding that is taking place as we wait for the CEO to do his part. We keep bonding because we know that this dream is going to go a long way. Like you rightly say, we're not sure what level one day Ash says, all right, we are not accepting affiliates anymore. But by that time, we would have done enough, and all of us would have had enough to continue helping even those who did not see the vision. That's the beauty of ONPASSIVE, my dear brother. So I think it's something that we just need to have to keep on doing. So I don't know if you want to add something. How much will it take to go far? You said you have a few indices. I use your word.
I still want to appreciate you for your effort. I could remember some of those days while I will be on my way going to the radio station, to the television station. I will call you, why we need something, and then you quickly run and make up some voice notes, some videos, sharp for people to connect, So, when you just talk about the gap between the have and the have not. So professionally, that is what we call, and when you talk about development, the field of development and empowerment, it is known as inequality. Now, inequality is the gap between those that are on top and those that are down. Now, the space between them, the interval between them is what we call the inequalities. And in most of the developing society today, which is the third world societies like we, the margin is so high, unlike the developed societies. And some of those things, and if we, as we continue this way, we are going to be closing up the gap. And also, not only the taxes gap that is inequality, but we have a lot of other indices that is eating up everybody every day, and then people are tending towards a hopelessness. One of them again is unemployment. Now, in most of our places today, this inequality is also rising. I mean, the unemployment is, or the rate is increasing. Why? Because population is growing, and then the employment, the tendency to get the youthful population engaged is declining. So, which is the unemployment. And when such things is happening more and more, and there is no hope, every day people keep on sometimes around maybe in the 80s, in the early 90s, though we know that the unemployment is there, but at least maybe some within 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, somebody graduating from universities and colleges of education and polytechnics can always get a job within few months and years. But today, you see people even up till some getting the third, the fourth degree, and with the mind that okay, maybe after increasing their level of education, it will enhance the opportunity to get gainfully employed. But for where nothing like that. So in this situation, the only thing that is helping that can help is entrepreneurial capacity. And what the best thing that can guarantee entrepreneurship today, like there is no opportunity, there's no company like this ONPASSIVE because it is so diverse. It will open up a lot of opportunity for people to be to what to be an entrepreneur, enterprise in nature. So, like that was why I push in myself because I have a lot of empowerment programs, different one using different institutions running before I got to know about ONPASSIVE. Such as we have the ones that like how do we enhance the quality of education, dealing with the parents and the teachers. We have the ones on religions, we have the ones on family, you know. And at the end of the day, immediately I got this information, I discovered that there is no better place, there's no better tools that I can use to get to preach this thing better. And it has been very, very helpful. And today, here we are. So from last year, September, we have our own. Before we used to talk, yeah, using Zoom, using here, and some will ask you, Pastor Paul, you have been talking about this one. We have been hearing there's going to be video conferencing. Why are you
Right.
still using Zoom? But later, when they saw us, I was now using our own connect, and then not only using it, but now enrolling a lot of a set of individuals in different institutions, and
All
now
right.
now having meetings with them. They were so happy. They were so, and then they are the one that will now be asking, which one is this one? How can we get one? Which is this? Which is this? And then later they discover that this is the company that have been preaching since 2020. So such indices as inequality, unemployment, and poverty, it is
Mhm.
the fundamental, the three fundamentals that will determine the rate, the levels of development and empowerment of each either developing or developed societies. And these things can be closed up through this opportunity in ONPASSIVE. And that is why we are not going to relent, even in
Right.
our ideology of getting individuals, families, and individuals getting securing the position of the affiliate position as currently open in ONPASSIVE.
Exactly, bro. I'm just happy, when you mentioned the idea of, unpassive is just the other day we had a discussion that the OES itself, with that thing in your hands, the world is just all oyster, because what you're saying, it's so real. First of all, I think records have it, Africa, if not with the most, is one of the continent with the most young people. And we are very, very educated. You have a high rate of literacy back home, very talented young people, very creative and innovative. They have so much at heart to do, to put out there, where, things that even jobs cannot satisfy. So the only way they will finally relinquish all of that, to bring out all the potential in them, can only be in Mr. Mufare's OES. Just like you rightly say, we cannot reach out to everybody at a time. But then one person at a time makes a difference, because the unpassive fever spreads like COVID-19. The moment you catch the cold and you have it, you feel it in there, you just want to sneeze it out to the next person. So that is the joy of it all. Because the moment they get it, gradually they're getting. So when we successfully, the vision was really real. Your mission is a genuine one. When one family member gets it and gets it right, know that the whole family is covered. Because when we're ready, like when the moment we're ready, They first of all spread it within the family, spread it within their neighborhoods. Students will spread it within their student community and so on. Before you know it, gradually that gap, that breach is gradually closing up. We're not after making people get millionaires. It's not a bad thing to have enough, because when you have a bit more than enough, you take that extra and go help others. We're just trying to elevate that situation where you don't find any reason why somebody's living in the mansions and then across the road there's a lady living in a thatched roof that is leaking on them. That's what we're trying to avoid here. We put a clean roof over every family. We, said, listen, take this, go do whatever you want to do and take care of your family. There's no joy. It gives even quality of life. I talk this a lot. You have that quality of life, just feeling good that I am fending for my family without depending on handouts, because that's one of the things that kill people even more than real diseases. When you are just
Yeah.
like, I don't know what my children will eat tomorrow. Other people's children are going to school and I cannot afford for just basic school fees and uniforms. You just out of that, the mental health part of it depreciates your life bit by bit. Before you know it, you sink and you lose your life before you know it. But then this is that moment where we, like you rightly say, we can't go to sleep. We are just getting this, and we got it. The good news, we got it right. We are the chosen one. People call themselves we're lucky and stuff. I say it's not luck. It is designed by God. Because how many billion people are in the world? Why is it that just you and myself believed in this and not the other person near us? So we are chosen. We are servants, and I think that we are ready. All of this waiting time is on purpose. We are just being equipped and seeding out to be sure who is ready for this mission, because it's just yet to begin. The moment we open up again, things will never be the same again. So on this note, my brother, why we are saying this, we keep saying sometimes we just want to educate, because people will come and like others will, what are you talking about? So when you hear like Warren Buffett would say, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And those are things we heard and say there's no such thing. But you and myself now will believe, because Ash is actually putting it into perspective. Ash is doing it by acting. Somebody said it, but this is it that is going to happen. So maybe on a round up note, this is your last round to say something. Use this opportunity to just tell somebody about what we're talking about, in case anybody hops on this either later on or live or anytime. Yeah.
Okay, before I do that, I would want to tell you some of the scenarios that have been playing out among some of our people that got the funding position through by our radical approach of ensuring that lay family, for example, some single mothers, widows, that we were able to convince them to get them the funding position for the sake of their family, over time. And unfortunately, when was the time last year for us to subscribe to our own connect, we're able to impress on some of them, and then they activated. But sometimes they will be tending to say, why, what happened? This one has not been giving us money. We are not. I am not more interested. I say no. It is not about you being interested or not. Even if you are again, don't bother at all. It will be for your children. Your children will enjoy it. If you want to die, die. When you die, your death is not the end of the day. You dying now is even better, because now when you die, you are going to rest well, because you knowing that your children will be enjoying something than to die and leave them also suffering again. So, when I talk to them like that, they will be relaxed and know that, and they will now be saying, that means, Pastor, this thing, there is something in this place. For you to be talking to us like that, they have no choice, because they cannot go back. The joyful part, my joy is that they have already subscribed. But for those that did not subscribe, we know that very, very soon we are going to be helping them. As long as you have the account, definitely you are going to subscribe it. Then, for those that might be listening to us, maybe you have, because I know a lot of people have even signed up currently as an affiliate. Some has not complete their process. Like as I used to coach them, there are three different categories, three different steps in complete enrollment of your account into a perfect ecosystem. Step one, you have to what? You fill your form, registration, input your data. The second step, your NDA, you sign your affiliate NDAs. Then the third one, upload your picture to make sure that whoever is seeing, you know that this is a serious person. Now, for example, as we are here talking, maybe your face, nobody is seeing you, nobody is seeing me. Our video is locked. People might not take us serious because we tend to be faceless. Nobody is seeing us. That is how it look like for some people that will casually register their account, go to AOES, no contact, no picture, no affiliate, and at the end of the day, they will fill out. So if you are one of those of us already that have an OES account, but it is not, you cannot access it, make sure you get it done, because what we are saying here is no joke. It's not a joke, and it can never be. And we wouldn't want you to later on seeing people that you and them coming together, begin to enjoy a lot of things, because there are so many angles to enjoy from these great opportunities. You have your own things you want to work on, to improve on your business. You from here you are fine. If you don't have a business and you want here to be your pure passive to be your business, you'll be fine. So everybody will be fine. This is the place where any angle you are coming from, you will be okay. It has never been like that before. A lot of us are struggling on different IT companies with we have only one option, struggling to make something. But here you have multiple options, and each of the options will guarantee your sustainability, to guarantee your development personally, to guarantee your family development, to guarantee your individual empowerment and family empowerment, whichever. So our messages and our preaching and our radical approach to this ideology will continue until the day that we will see that, okay, no more opening again, and then we can go and take our bath and sleep small and rest. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Thank you, bro. I'm just happy that you came back with the fire again. You've just reactivated me. I think you have to be here like every other day, because we need to carry this going, especially at this quiet moment in our business. All we need to do is keep on keeping on and give Mr. Mufara a cool head to concentrate on what he is doing for our generations. I'm so happy when you talked about generational wealth here. The response you gave to these ladies is superb. She will forever thank you, because she will definitely see the result. And truly, we are building the ground walls. We're just laying foundations and building legacies for our generations to come. Children who come after our children will only read about poverty in books. They will not know what that is, because this is what we're doing to them for them. So guys, do well to share your perspective in the comment section. Pastor Paul 360 degrees will be coming back with many more. There's more stuff she is doing background that we would like him to come and share, even with the team, so that we should be encouraged and know that while Ash is busy, we also need to be busy. So there's so much, bro. Thank you so much for coming. Guys, do well to subscribe, and then comment, share, like, click on the bell. And before we leave, I almost forgot. Me and Pastor Paul were planning to have something in Pidgin for on his own channel. One of these days we'll be live on his channel to discuss a few stuff just purely in Pidgin. So this goes to Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, and all other everybody else who understands our own West African kind of Pidgin. You are welcome. But we speak it the way that everybody understands. Go on and make videos in Pidgin. Even Gina Liver comments, and then a few people comment, and I just laugh. I say, "What did you understand?" So come with us, guys. We'll let you know anyway. We'll send out the information when we are ready for this outing. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. See you guys soon, guys. Bye.